Hey guys, welcome back for another video. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be looking at all of our Major League Baseball games we have coming up for Sunday, June 15th. We have 15 games in total today. Every single team is playing. We are getting closer and closer to the mid-season point. The All-Star break is going to be here soon. The games are starting to mean a lot more. They're starting to get a lot of fun, and we're starting to see really what these teams are made of. We're going to go over all 15 of our games and try to predict the outcome. Who's going to win, who's going to lose, what the final scores might be, and we'll also be taking an in-depth look at our best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-unders. If you're a sports fan, if you're a baseball fan, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, by all means, do you agree with me? Disagree with me? Drop the comments down below. I will make sure that I respond to every single comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, look down at the pinned comment below in the comments. Click on that link. You can sign up there, guys. I would definitely appreciate that. Like I mentioned, we're going over every game, every day this entire baseball season. And once the football season starts, we do the same thing for college football. We do the same thing for the NFL. We go over every game, every weekend, the predictions, the best bets. We touch on it all. If you're a sports fan, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get started looking at these 15 games we have today. And our very first matchup kicking things off is going to be a Roku game at 12:05 p.m. It's an early one. The 36-35 Cincinnati Reds. They got back to 500. They're now one game over 500. They sit fourth place in the NL Central. They'll be visiting the 46-26 Detroit Tigers, one of the best overall teams in baseball. They have a great offense. They have power, and they have the pitch in to back it up. Right now, the Tigers, a 64.3% chance to win this game. Cincinnati, a 35.7% chance. We did pick the Reds to pull off the upset yesterday. They did indeed pull it off massively. They were dominating in that win. The main thing is, can they get that type of performance from their offense back-to-back games? Right now, the Tigers 1.5 run favorites. 8.5 over under. Detroit is minus 175. Cincinnati's plus 145. The Reds come in right now. Their offense has been up and down this entire season, but it's kind of on the uptrend right now. They're averaging 4.5 runs a game, hitting 245, 75 home runs, 59 steals, getting up 3.77 runs per game. Their pitching has been consistent. It's been the offense that has kind of been a little sporadic. Right now for the Tigers, very balanced team. 4.8 runs a game, 251 average, 77 home runs, 24 steals. But it's that pitching, top 5 in baseball, giving up 3.26 runs per game. They have the starting pitching, and they also have the bullpen. Right now for the Reds, they have Wade Miley going 1-0 record, a 9 ERA, but very small sample size, so you're not concerned. 7 innings, 2 strikeouts. Then you have Sawyer, Gibson, Long going for the Tigers. 0-0 record, a 4.32 ERA, but also a very small sample size. 8.1 innings, 8 strikeouts. Looking at this game with the unknown pitching matchup here, both these guys are kind of rusty, haven't thrown that much this season. Really anything can happen. This game could turn into a bullpen game. I trust the Tigers bullpen more. Give me Detroit to get back in the win column to win this game, to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. And our second game of the day is the best rivalry in Major League history. It might be the best rivalry, or at least top 3 overall rivalries in all of sports. On MLB Network at 1:35 p.m., we have the 42-26 New York Yankees, first place in the AL East, on the verge of getting swept by the rivals here. The 36-36 Boston Red Sox got their way back to 500. Right now, the Red Sox fourth place in the AL East. The Sox are going for the sweep. The Yankees are going for pride. This is a interdivisional matchup. They don't want to get swept by the rivals. Right now, New York, a 59.5% chance to win this game. Boston, a 40.5%. You got to respect the offense from both of these teams. Right now, the Yankees, 1.5 run favorites. The over in here is 8.5. New York is minus 190. Boston is plus 160. Right now, the Yankees, a top 5 overall offense in baseball. 5.5 runs a game, 261 average. They do lead baseball just ahead of the Dodgers for total home runs, 118 home runs, 51 steals, going to have 3.73 runs per game, which isn't even that bad considering the fact that they don't even have their ace Garrett Cole. The Red Sox, pitching hasn't been consistent. It's been up and down, but one thing they can rely on is their offense and their home run ability. They're averaging 4.9 runs a game. That's top 10 in baseball. 255 average, 88 home runs, 61 steals, a 4.08 ERA, and they've had the Yankees number this season. Right now, the Sox, they have Brian Bello on the mound, 2-1 record, a 3.96 ERA, 52.1 innings, 37 strikeouts, 25 walks. Practically a walk every inning. Every other inning. You don't want to put too many guys on base here versus a home run power hitting New York Yankees. Judge's average 384, 26 home runs, 60 RBIs, still putting up video game numbers. And the Yankees have Max Fried going. He might be the American League Cy Young leader right now. They've only lost one of his starts this entire season. 9-1 record, a 1.84 ERA, 88 innings, 81 strikeouts, only 6 home runs in 14 games. Give me Fried. Give me the Yankees. They win this game. I'll go with a lower scoring game, so I'll go with the under. And at 1:35 p.m., we have an NL East versus NL East matchup. We have the 27-41 Miami Marlins at 1:35 visiting the 30-40 Washington Nationals. The Marlins pulled off the win yesterday. Right now, the Nationals pretty heavy favorites here, 65.4% chance to win this game. The Marlins a 34.6% chance. But Miami, they're going to be the underdogs here. Right now, the Nationals 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over under. Washington is minus 180. Miami's plus 150. But Miami pulled off the win yesterday. Miami does not have a bad offense at all. It is their pitching staff that's really been holding this game, especially once we get into the bullpen. The Nationals, their pitching is really not that much better, but it is technically better overall. Right now, the Marlins, 4 runs per game, 247 average, 57 home runs, 53 steals, 5.06 runs per game. That's where the big questions lie. Starting pitching's not well. The bullpen's even worse. Right now, the Nationals, 4.2 runs a game, a slight edge with their offense. 238 average, 65 home runs, 57 steals. The pitching is technically statistically better than Miami. It's just not that much better, giving up 4.89 runs per game. But the guy they have on the mound, pitching is not going to be drawn into question, at least until the Nationals get to the bullpen. Pitching for the Marlins, they have Perez, a 0-1 record, a 12 ERA, 3 innings, 5 strikeouts. You don't want to judge him off of that 12 ERA because it's only been 3 innings, so we'll have to wait to see what happens as the season goes along. But the Nationals, Mackenzie Gore. Yes, the Nationals can pitch. It is not Gore's problem. One of the best young starters in all of Major League Baseball. 3-5 record. Pitch much better to only have 3 wins. That's an insult. A 2.88 ERA, 81.1 innings, 114 strikeouts, only 9 home runs in 13 starts. This guy is elite so far this season. He's on pace for just shy of 300 strikeouts. Give me the Nationals to win it, to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. You gotta love Gore here. And at 4:10 p.m., the 13-57 Colorado Rockies. There's not much to say here. They are the worst team in baseball, but believe it or not, they've actually been playing, somewhat decent baseball the last 2 to 3 weeks, and they haven't been winning, but they've been competitive. That's a start. That's a building block going forward. They'll be facing off first the 31-38 Atlanta Braves. The Braves, you got to take this team serious. They're not a bad team. Yes, they don't have the best record so far, but they've madly been underperforming what they are capable of. Right now, Colorado, a 15.6% chance to win this game. The Braves, a 84.4%. But don't forget, they got Strider back. They have Acuna back. Now's the time to really get some momentum, claw their way back to 500. You got to win these gimme games versus the Rockies. You have the Braves coming in here. The over-under here is 8.5. The Braves are 2.5 run favorites. Atlanta, minus 350. Colorado's plus 280. Those numbers are so massive. It seems like you're getting set up for the upset, but the Braves better not lose this one with the guy they have on the mound. Right now, Colorado, the dead last offense in baseball, 3.2 runs a game, 222 average, 58 home runs, 32 steals, giving up 5.61 runs per game. That's bad, but it's technically second worst in baseball. So they are not the worst. Take that for what it is. Right now, the Braves, 4.1 runs per game, 244 average, 73 home runs, 36 steals, giving up 3.73 runs per game. You have Gomber right now going for the Rockies. Has yet to throw a pitch this season. Arm's going to be a little rusty, making his first start here. So what are we going to see on the mound versus the Rockies? And if we get into the Rockies bullpen, it's not going to be a good thing. Right now, the Braves, they have one of the best going, one of the most dominant pitchers in baseball. They have the reigning Cy Young winner, Chris Sale, on the mound. He's a experienced veteran, 4-4 record, 2.79 ERA, 80.2 innings, 107 strikeouts, only 7 home runs in 14 starts. That's numbers that I really like to see. Give me the Braves to win this game in dominating fashion to cover the spread, and I'm still going to go with the over. And our next game, I'm just going to say, I honestly think this game is a lot closer than the way that it appears on MLB Network at 1:35 p.m. We have the 38-32 Toronto Blue Jays. They finally gotten their offense going the last 3 weeks. This team has a lot of offensive potential, a lot of good players. Springer, Kirk, Bichette, Vlad Guerrero Jr., Santander, a lot of weapons are starting to hit their potential. They're facing the 41-29 Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies second place in the NL East. The Blue Jays second place in the AL East. Right now, the Blue Jays 34.9% chance to win this game. The Phillies a 65.1%. Pretty big discrepancy there, but this pitching matchup's going to make it close. Right now, the Phillies 1.5 run favorites. The over in here is 7.5. You have Philadelphia minus 180. Toronto's plus 150. You got to respect the lineups for both of these teams, and you really have to respect the pitching that the Phillies come in here with. Right now, the Blue Jays are averaging 4.4 runs a game, hitting 256, 70 home runs, 38 steals, giving up 4.06 runs per game. And with the Phillies, they also have a really deep lineup. Right now, Kyle Schwarber, 22 home runs. They have Trey Turner getting on base, stealing bases. They have Bryce Harper, very deadly lineup. And when their pitching staff is fully healthy, in my view, I do think the Philadelphia Phillies have the deepest starting rotation in baseball. That's when they're fully healthy. Look for that to happen as we get deeper in the season. Phillies are averaging 4.6 runs a game. 254 average, 71 home runs, 62 steals, giving up 4 runs per game. On the mound for the Blue Jays, Jose Barrios, career 4.1 ERA, having a great start to the season. 2-2 record, a 3.38 ERA, 82.2 innings, 71 strikeouts, 32 walks. A lot of walks, but overall, you can't complain about those numbers. He's going up against Zach Wheeler, who right now has the Vegas number 3 odds to win the NL Cy Young. This guy is extremely consistent. He had a great career with the Mets. He's having a great career with the Phillies. 6-2 record, a 2.85 ERA, 82 innings, 101 strikeouts for his career, about a 3.28 ERA. This guy's great. Give me the Phillies to win this game, but I think it's going to be very close, very low scoring. Phillies win. They cover the spread, but I'll go with the under. And at 4:05 p.m., we have the 33-36 Los Angeles Angels on the road here versus the 29-40 Baltimore Orioles. Don't look twice, but Baltimore is actually starting to string together some pretty good matchups right now, starting to win some games. Right now, the Angels a 42.2% chance to win this game. The Orioles a 57.8%. Baltimore, 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over-under. The Orioles are minus 135. The Angels are plus 115. One thing you have to respect about the Angels is they are a top 5 overall home run hitting team. This team clubs a lot of homers. They're averaging 4.3 runs a game, 227 average, 96 home runs. That's top 5 in baseball. 31 steals. Pitching's awful, though, giving up 4.76 runs per game. That's bottom 10 in baseball. But Baltimore is actually worse in both of those categories. They're averaging 3.9 runs a game, 240 average, 73 home runs, 50 steals, giving up 5.02 runs per game, which is worse than the Orioles. But Baltimore's actually been playing, pretty decent baseball the last 2 weeks. Right now, looking at this matchup, you have Kikuchi on the mound versus the Angels. The Angels pitching is awful. It has absolutely nothing to do with Kikuchi this season. He is probably their best overall pitcher. 2-5 record, 2.92 ERA, 77 innings, 68 strikeouts, only 8 home runs in 13 games. Really good numbers. Kate Povich on the mound for the Orioles, 1-5 record, a 5.46 ERA, 61 innings, 64 strikeouts. Really, no one's giving the Angels a shot to win this game. They're getting no respect. Give me the Angels to pull off the upset. I'm going to go with the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the over. At 1:40 p.m., we have the 38-32 Tampa Bay Rays. What a last month they've had. They were under 500, fought their way all the way back. Now they're 6 games over 500, and they play the New York Mets really well for the last couple seasons. Right now, they are going to be in New York City Field versus the 45-26 New York Mets. The Mets are first place in the NL East. The Rays are third place in the AL East. Right now, New York, a 55.2% chance to win this game. Tampa Bay, 44.8% chance on the road. The Mets are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. New York, minus 175. Tampa Bay, plus 145. One thing that I'll say about the Rays, you have to respect this team. Very balanced team. They have power. They have speed. The offense has been hot the last month, and pitching's been really good. Not just the starting rotation. The bullpen can back it up. They can close games out. The Mets, their offense is starting to catch some steam here, but they cannot get swept by the Rays. Right now, the Phillies are hot. You want to make sure to get a win here. You don't want the Phillies closing in on you, but the Mets do have the number 1 overall pitching team in baseball, the number 1 starting rotation, the number 1 bullpen. Right now, the Rays, 4.4 runs per game, 245 average, 71 home runs, 96 steals. They know how to be aggressive on the bases, a 3.55 ERA. That is great. Top 10 in baseball. The Mets, 4.6 runs a game, 249 average, 87 home runs. They're starting to get some power here. 56 steals, giving up 2.82 runs per game. That is number 1, and it's not even close. Right now, the Rays, Shane Baz on the mound, 5-3 record, a 4.97 ERA, 70.2 innings, 65 strikeouts. I did pick the Rays to upset the Mets yesterday. They did indeed do that. The Mets have Griffin Canning going, 6-2 record, 3.22 ERA. Probably the best start of his career. 64.1 innings, 61 strikeouts, only 8 home runs in 13 games. Give me the Mets to close out this series with the win to avoid the sweep. I have the Mets covering the spread, and I'm going to go with the under this game. And at 2:10 p.m., we have the 36-34 Minnesota Twins. They had a great month of May. They'll be facing off versus the 40-30 Houston Astros. This is a very hot team. When the month of April ended, they were under 500. The month of May, they went on a tear. Now they are 10 games over 500. Right now, the Astros first place in the AL West. The Twins are second place in the AL Central, which is a very deep competitive division. Right now, the Astros a 61.4% chance to win this game. The Twins a 38.6% chance. Houston, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. The Astros are minus 135. The Twins are plus 115. Right now, the Twins, pretty well-rounded team, 4.3 run a game average. 244 batting average, 69 home runs, 34 steals, giving up 3.65 runs per game. They can score some runs. They can pitch. The Astros, though, veteran experienced team, 4.1 runs per game. 254 average, 66 home runs, 40 steals, giving up 3.51 runs per game. The Astros have had pretty good pitching for it. It seems like the last decade now. That's one thing that they can always rely on to keep these games close. Right now for the Twins, Simeons, Wood, Richardson on the mound, 2-3 record, a 5.74 ERA. Not the best start for him right now. 42.1 innings, 39 strikeouts, 17 walks, 51 hits, giving up a lot of base hits here. Brandon Walter on the mound for the Astros. Very small sample size of what we've seen so far this season. 0-0 record, 1.64 ERA, 11 innings, 10 strikeouts. But like I said, not very many innings. Give me the Twins to surprisingly here pull off the upset. I have Minnesota winning this one, going with the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the under this game. At 2:10 p.m., we have the 28-44 Athletics. This team, they average a decent amount of runs, but it is the pitching, the dead last, the worst overall pitching team in baseball versus the 34-37 Kansas City Royals. This team can pitch. They have a top 10 overall pitching team, but they cannot score runs or get run support for their pitchers to save their life. Right now, the A's a 43.5% chance to win this game. Kansas City at 56.5. The Royals are 1.5 run favorites. The over-under here is 9.5. Kansas City minus 165. The Athletics are plus 140 right now. And also the Athletics are averaging 4.3 runs a game. 254 average, 84 home runs. That is top 8 in baseball. They do hit a lot of home runs, 38 steals, but they give up 5.63 runs per game. That is awful. That is dead last, but thankfully for them, the Royals have basically no offense. Will Kansas City be able to capitalize on this awful pitching, score some easy runs? Right now, KC, they're averaging 3.4 runs a game, hitting 253, 46 home runs. That is the worst home run hitting team in baseball. They need help generating runs. 53 steals, giving up 3.45 runs per game. Their pitching staff is what keeps this game potentially close. Right now for the Athletics, Jeffrey Springs on the mound. His career average well below what he's doing this season. 5-5 record of 4.64 ERA, 73.2 innings, 64 strikeouts, a lot of walks, 31 walks in 73 innings, putting way too many guys on base here. But you probably don't have to worry about the Royals getting multiple home runs or driving those guys in. But they do have one of the best young pitchers in baseball, Noah Cameron, rookie on the mound, a 2-2 record, a 2.17 ERA as a true rookie here, 37.1 innings, 25 strikeouts. I just don't trust their offense. They're not playing the best baseball right now. They have the pitching to win this game, starting rotation, bullpen-wise, but I'm going to go with the Athletics pulling off the upset, going with the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the under this game. And at 2:10 p.m., the 37-34 St. Louis Cardinals, second place in the NL Central versus the 38-34 Milwaukee Brewers. Right now, you got to look at this game like this. Both these teams are in the same division. Whoever wins this series will be cementing their position as second place within the division. Right now, it's going to be the Brewers. This is a hot team right now, scoring runs. Pitching's been looking great. The Brewers right now, 54.3% chance to win this game. The Cardinals of 45.7%. However, that is practically a 50-50 pick 'em there. The fans are divided. Right now, the Brewers 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 8.5. Milwaukee, they're minus 125. St. Louis is plus 105, but it is what it is. This is one of those games you can make a very strong case for either one of these teams to walk away with the win. Both teams have solid overall performances so far. Right now, St. Louis, 4.6 runs a game, 257 average, 63 home runs, 38 steals, giving up 3.94 runs per game. But the Brewers are the hotter team right now. 4.3 runs a game, 234 average, 62 home runs, 86 steals. That's top 5 in baseball. Smaller market team. They excel at playing small ball, getting runners in scoring position, finding ways to get them home, and they're only giving up 3.86 runs per game. Right now for the Cardinals, they have Miles Mikolas on the mound, 4-3 record of 4.48 ERA, 66.1 innings, 38 strikeouts, 70 hits, putting a lot of guys on base here, but overall, they scored just enough runs to get them a couple W's. And right now, Quinn Priester going for the Brewers, 4-2 record, 3.65 ERA, 61.2 innings, 43 strikeouts. The good thing for him, only 6 home runs given up, and for Mikolas, only 5 home runs. So they're not giving up very many home runs. But if it comes down to a small market, small ball team, like I said, that is what the Brewers excel at doing. Give me Milwaukee to win this one to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over this game. And at 2:20 p.m., the 29-43 Pittsburgh Pirates. This team can pitch. They cannot score runs, though. They'll be facing off with one of the best overall teams in baseball, the 43-28 Chicago Cubs. Right now, the Cubs first place in the NL Central. The Pirates are fifth place in the NL Central. Chicago, 71.4% chance to win this game. Pittsburgh, a 28.6%. The fans are not giving Pittsburgh any chance to win this game. But one thing to say about the Pirates, a lot of very close games. Even if they lose it, they are in the game down to the very end. Right now, the Cubs, 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over under. Chicago is -175. Pittsburgh is +145. Right now, the Pirates, 3.3 runs a game. That's a bottom three offense in baseball. 229 average, 49 home runs, 65 stolen bases, but they're only giving up 3.79 runs per game. They're going to keep the score close, so they always have a shot to pull off a potential upset. Right now, Chicago, 5.5 runs per game. That's one of the best offenses in baseball. 258 average, that's great. 94 home runs, that's top 5 in baseball. 84 steals, that's top 5 in baseball. They have power, they have speed, and they also have the pitching, giving up 3.7 runs per game. Mitch Keller on the mound for Pittsburgh, 1-9 record. Only one win. He's not pitching that bad either. A 4.15 ERA. Give this guy some run support. 82.1 innings, 65 strikeouts, only 6 home runs and 14 starts. Not bad at all. Colin Rio on the mound for the Cubs, 4-2 record. Might be the best start of his career. 3.92 ERA, 62 innings, 48 strikeouts. I'm going to go with Chicago winning this one. I'm going to go with them covering the spread. It's been a very, very low-scoring series. So I'm going to say the bats wake up. Cubs cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. A lot of early games today at 2:35 p.m. The 23-48 Chicago Cubs. Yes, it's not the best record. Yes, they lost 121 games last season, but this team actually has a little fight in it. Plays a lot of close games. They'll be facing off first the 35-36 Texas Rangers. Won a close one yesterday, but this is the Rangers' chance. They fought their way. Now they are one game under 500. If they win this game, they will be back to 500. That's a new starting point for them. Right now, Texas, 73% chance to win this game. Chicago, a 27% chance. The Rangers are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Texas is -190. Chicago is +160. The White Sox, struggling on offense this entire season, but at least they've had competitive starting pitching. They're averaging 3.5 runs a game, 222 average, 53 home runs, 48 steals, giving up 4.19 runs per game. Texas, on paper, one of the better offensive lineups in baseball, but they have had cold bats this entire season. Seager's there, 0 excuses. You got to get the bats going at some point. They're averaging 3.5 runs a game, 224 average, 69 home runs, 61 steals, but at least they have a top 5 overall pitching team giving up 3.17 runs per game. Used to be questions were about the pitching and they could score a bunch of runs. It's a complete opposite this season. Can they get their pitcher some run support? That's the big question. Go for the White Sox. They have Savali. Fresh trade here. 1-2 record, a 4.91 ERA, 22 innings, 19 strikeouts. And you have Rooker going right now for the Rangers. 1-4 record, a 8.87 ERA, 23.1 innings, 21 strikeouts. This is one of those games that it could honestly turn out either way. This might sound crazy, guys. I'm going to go with the White Sox winning this one. I'm going to go with the +1.5. Chicago pulls off the upset, and I'll go with the under. And at 4:10 p.m., we have the 38-31 San Diego Padres. Right now, 7 games over 500, third place in the NLS versus the 36-34 Arizona Diamondbacks. This team fell under 500. They've been fighting their way back, clawing their way back. They've basically been led by their offense, one of the best offenses in baseball, and they hit a lot of home runs. Right now, the Diamondbacks a 56.5% chance to win this game. The Padres a 43.5% chance to win. Arizona, a 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. The Diamondbacks are -135. The Padres are +115, but you have to respect the abilities of both teams. One team scores a lot of runs. One team has a really good pitching staff, a really good bullpen. Right now, the Padres, 4.2 runs a game, 247 batting average, 57 home runs, 52 steals. They got to get Fernando Tatis back on track, and they're giving up 3.44 runs per game. They have the starting rotation. They have the bullpen. They can start games. They can close them out. But you have to hold down that Diamondbacks offense. That is one of the best in baseball. 5.1 runs per game, 255 average, 98 home runs. That's top 3 in baseball, just behind the Yankees, just behind the Dodgers. 53 steals, giving up 4.77 runs per game. They give up a lot of runs, but they score a lot of runs in response. Right now, Nick Pivetta on the mound for the Padres. 6-2 record, a 3.48 ERA, 4.1 for his career. 72.1 innings, 79 strikeouts overall. Pretty solid performance. 8 home runs given up in 13 games. He's keeping the ball in the ballpark. And Merrill Kelly on the mound for the Diamondbacks. A really good, solid overall pitcher. 6-2 record, a 3.18 ERA. One of the Diamondbacks' better pitchers. 82 innings, 79 strikeouts. Also only 8 home runs given up. This game is going to come down to pitching. It's going to be a close one. I trust the Padres bullpen here. Going with the +1.5, and I'll go with the over. And our second to last game on MLB Network at 4:10 p.m., the 35-33 Cleveland Guardians, right now third place in the AL Central, which I've said, one of the best, if not the best division in baseball, versus the 34-34 Seattle Mariners. This team used to be 10 games over 500. They are at 500 right now. They badly need this win to stay competitive. Right now, Seattle 52.2% chance to win this game. Cleveland a 47.8% chance to win. The Guardians are 1.5 run favorites. The over in here is 7.5. Cleveland minus 110. Seattle also minus 110. Vegas has this game being very, very close. It is practically a 50-50 pick'em. Right now, the Guardians, 4 runs per game on average, 234 batting average, 69 steals, 54 home runs, giving up 3.89 runs per game, but a very competitive team in a very competitive division. And then you have the Mariners right now, 4.3 runs a game, 241 average, 87 home runs, a lot of power here, 65 steals, giving up 4.06 runs per game. When they started to drop down, that's when their pitching started to give up some more runs. They have Emerson Hancock on the mound, not having the best start of his career so far. 2-2 record, a 5.04 ERA, 55.1 innings, 41 strikeouts. And then you have Luis Ortiz on the mound for the Guardians. 3-7 record, a lot of losses here. 4.26 ERA, 69.2 innings, 76 strikeouts. Strikeout pitcher here. The 34 walks scares me. Giving up a walk every other inning. You don't want to put guys on base here versus this Mariners offense. But I'm going to go with the Guardians. These teams, neither one of these teams is hot right now. But I think Cleveland's got to pull out one of these games on the road. Cleveland wins it. They cover the spread. I'll go with the over. And one of our more fun matchups of the weekend, the final game on MLB Network. If you're up, make sure to watch this one at 10:10 p.m. Two teams that are potentially bound for the playoffs at 7 p.m. The 41-29 San Francisco Giants, second place in the NL versus the 41-29 Los Angeles Dodgers, first place in the NL. These teams are tied right now. This is one of those series. It could go either way. It's been very competitive. Both teams have offenses. Both teams have pitching. Right now, the Dodgers a 60.6% chance to win this game. San Francisco a 39.4. The Dodgers, though, 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over-under. San Francisco, they are plus 150. Los Angeles is minus 180. Looking at the Giants, this is a team. Their pitching is one of the best in baseball, top 3 in baseball, starting pitching, bullpen. Their offense, 4.2 runs a game, 231 average, 64 home runs, 42 steals. But it all hangs on the pitching, giving up 3.1 runs per game. This team is very competitive here. And they have an arch rival here, the Dodgers. That's what makes this game so fun. And they're battling it out for first place in the division, the NL West, a very deep division. Right now, the Dodgers might have the best top-to-bottom roster in all of baseball, but they have 15 pitchers that have been on the DL this season. It has decimated this team, but they're so talented, they continue to find ways to win. 5.5 runs a game, 265 average, second place in total home runs, just right behind the Yankees. 105 team home runs, 42 steals, giving up 4.16 runs per game. Kyle Harrison on the mound for the Giants. 1-1 record, 4.56 ERA, 23.2 innings, 25 strikeouts. Dustin May, not the best start so far of his career, but you know what he's capable of. He's going to get better. He was kind of banged up to start the season. A little rusty, but he's getting better with every single start. 3-4 record, a 4.46 ERA, 66.2 innings, 64 strikeouts. A lot of walks right now, but he's going to get his control back. I can see the Giants closing out this series with a solid win, but give me the Dodgers to pull it off, but a 1-run win. Dodgers win, but I'll go with the plus 1.5, and I'm just slightly going to go with the under. Guys, that's our breakdown. That's our predictions and best bets for all of our baseball games coming up for Sunday, June 15th. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any comments, do you agree, disagree, drop your comments down below. I will make sure to respond to every single one of them. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, make sure to look down at the comments below. Click on the link down there, sign up, and I would definitely appreciate it. And of course, thank you for watching.